for the players to follow. As for how well they're following it, well, they haven't left the starting town yet, so I suppose you could say they're following it decently well? Kind of? Kind of not. They are providing some semblance of attention to the plot. I'm not even sure if they know what the plot is. But as the players piece everything together, the very players who have mentioned that they do not watch these videos, the players will very quickly find themselves facing off against all kinds of weird and strange foes. I've not yet fully decided what I want in the demi-plane of dread. The players have not yet reached the demi-plane of dread. However, the players have reached a point where I do need to start actually paying attention to where the players are going, because what has happened is the players are currently approaching a guard caravan that is supposed to be protecting the merchants as they travel between this merchant town and the dwarven settlement. The merchant town, of course, being well known for purchasing a lot of materials, which the dwarves gladly provide in exchange for extreme amounts of money, because capitalism and greed are very, very worthwhile endeavors for any dwarven community, or just any community in general, really. That's what's it called? There's a word for it. Like travel income or something. I don't remember. There's a phrase for it. Basically, it suggests tourism. That's what it is. That's the phrase. That's just tourism, really. It doesn't really matter what nation you're discussing. Tourism is tourism. Attracting people for money, attracting people to a certain location for money reasons is a normal occurrence. That's another reason why gentrification is a decently popular concept, is specifically because most of the areas which have undergone some form of lure from tourism have undergone gentrification. And that gentrification can be represented as something that is bad or unfortunate, or even sometimes unhealthy for the community. However, you have to keep in mind that the majority of gentrification just involves repairing a place or remodeling a place in order to make the place seem more appealing. I understand that gentrification is bad for the communities because it generates, skyscrapers, apartment buildings. It generates basically New York. New York is an example of a city that has undergone extensive gentrification. And that being said, New York isn't really that bad of a place. Like, yeah, no one talks to each other, but at the same time, it's one of the most successful cities in all of the United States. Like, there's a lot to be said for what New York has done correctly, and also a lot to be said for what New York could have done better. Like, I understand that. New York could have done better, sure. I'll accept that much. But New York did get a lot of things right. They got a lot of things proper. And as New York slowly got gentrified, they slowly upgraded all of their houses. They slowly built up this massive city that was able to handle more and more things. New York slowly became more popular, more able to do things, better equipped for various things as the people continued to expand, evolve, research, and understand all of the vast quantities of knowledge being presented to them. That is the core concept of gentrification. Therefore, whenever people tell you gentrification is bad, you can just tell them, look, gentrification is only bad if the neighborhood was bad to begin with. If the neighborhood was well maintained and well repaired, gentrification would have zero impact because there's nothing to upgrade. There's nothing to repair. Maybe the problem with gentrification is not the neighborhood. The problem is the people that are complaining about their neighborhood just vanishing before their eyes. It's like, well, was your neighborhood a good neighborhood? No one ever asks that of these people. Was the neighborhood good before the gentrification? How was the neighborhood good? In what way was that a good neighborhood? Because you're going to have to sit there and explain how your neighborhood was not improved by all of the buildings getting repaired and brought up to code and having all of the landlords get told, look, you need to build up your stuff in a more stable, safe, and a more stable, safe, and secure environment. And if you don't, well, then we're going to buy out your property and we're going to rebuild all of your buildings in a stable, safe, and secure way that is up to code. And everyone goes, oh, well, that's terrible. It's like, why is that terrible? What's terrible about that? Please explain to me why having your building meet the city's electric code so that it's not in violation of starting a fire at random. Why is it a bad thing to not start random fires? The city fire code is there for a reason. Specifically, it's there to protect people from people. It's built to protect people from themselves. How is it a bad thing to have some form of guidelines for how you should actually be wiring your building, for how you should be, building a bedroom? Maybe there's something that can be done better than what you've been doing for your city, and maybe gentrification is just that better thing being applied. Nobody ever considers that. What I'm doing here is considered a gentrification of this mine. Yes, I could just dig out the entire mine and stop at Bedrock and leave it at that. However, I chose instead to build up a mine utilizing diorite, granite, and andesite because I wanted to. I built a design built around utilizing those specific ores, those specific blocks, specifically the polished variant, so that it can't be infested by silverfish, it can't be picked up by endermen. You know, I wanted to make sure it was a safe and secure base that I could spend lots and lots of time in. And so far that's been successful. You know, that's been a massive success. I want to deposit onto the ground some of these excess ores in order to be able to carry more material. I will deposit the gravel and dirt. Oh, did that not go down? That was supposed to go down there. And the andesite. Or not andesite, diorite. Okay. One, two, three. Okay, yep. Now I just run to the nearest fire escape or whatever and jump up and go up 2 floors. Now I can run over here, deposit all my materials into the various storage locations. I will go back for those ores or whatever they were on the ground if time runs out before I am done. Matter of fact, I'll do that now just so that it's on camera that I went back for it. You know, I will deposit all of my ores after the recording stops, and then I'm going to start going back to editing my software, or not my software, my videos, in order to properly rename everything, get everything situated. Again, it's going to take multiple days for that process to occur, and these videos are probably going to be coming out a day late. Specifically, it's currently the 27th, in case you wondered. It's currently the 27th. I'm currently running around trying to get everything done before the recording software, runs out of space. It leaves a nice little buffer for the operating system to run in, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But I have been making sure to, grow my my channel where possible. I've been making sure to properly tag my videos, for example. I don't want to accidentally misappropriate my videos. And on top of that, I'm trying to make sure to properly represent my channel. I'm trying to make sure that I am able to explain what I'm doing more clearly in the process of trying to, narrow down what I want my channel to actually represent. I know that that's a bit of a difficult task at times, and I do not blame you for being a little bit confused at times, because even I might get confused sometimes. However, as long as we work together, I'm pretty sure we can get it all done without problems. And if we can't, then we're all probably going to burn anyways. But that's fine, because you know what? We're going to work together on all of these problems, on all of these issues. I did not actually want to withdraw all of this. I wanted to keep it deposited now that I'm looking at it, because I wanted to go and say, remember to stay safe out there. Remember to make sure to wear a mask if you go outside. You don't want to catch coronavirus. And on top of that, if you already have coronavirus, you don't want to give it to others, because you don't really want to be in that little percentage that's going to find that it's this fatal illness because your body just completely overreacts to it. You don't want to be in that percentage that is a carrier either. Therefore, it just helps to actually just always wear the mask. Even if you think you might be healthy, you wear the mask because you don't want to get sick. If you think you might be sick, you wear the mask so that you don't infect others. Next episode, we will be laying out all of these ores, and then we will go through and we will we'll line them up right here. And then we're going to break them all down so that we can see what our resources that we gathered for the day summed up to. I will begin laying them out on camera right now, and then when we return from our lovely little stint in between recordings, we will go ahead and break all of the ores down with our fortune pickaxe named Subscribe. And then we will see what our profit margin was. We will make sure that we gather all of the different materials while we enjoy seeing how far we got. That is a lot of ore. Not the largest clip of ore that we've carved through, but that is, in fact, a lot of ore. Okay. Anyways, I shall end the recording here. Thank you for watching. Do remember to subscribe, leave a like on the video. Helps me, helps the channel, tells YouTube this is the kind of content that you enjoy seeing, lets me know that this is the type of content that you enjoy seeing, tells me to keep working at it, keep trying. I will eventually create a channel that is able to live stream. That will be very nice, being able to live stream content. I look forward to seeing all of you next time. Thank you for watching, and remember to stay safe out there. As they say, keep your stick on the ice. We're all rooting for you.